I can't believe this happened. I thought it was behind me, but yeah, I somehow managed to record 14 minutes of video without the audio because I did not check to see if my mic was working. Well, it is working now, but I am gonna have to show you what I did today. So the first thing I thought of is I have to start planning ahead. Last time I just got some code out just because I felt like I needed some out of my system, but now I feel like it was more important to actually look into the project, the essence of it, and what I would need to do. So when I look into features, I feel like it could be divided into two parts: the viewing, creating, removing the tasks, and the loading and saving them to the files, with this being mostly the bulk of it. It being a pretty small project and a pretty simple one, I decided to just dive right into it. So the first thing I could think of was to create a command line interface. So I simply created this while true loop, and what I would have to do is basically ask if it would like to add, if you remove a task, and then basically store the answer. And then the first thing I realized is, hey, users are pretty annoying. Sometimes they're not really great with their capitalization, so I need to somehow lowercase. Because this is a word C++ from ChatGPT, I'm not going to ask the Google how to do that. So I asked it, and dang, it actually seemed pretty complicated. Like, I don't even know what unsigned means, but whatever it does, maybe this means it doesn't have a sign. But whatever it does, I did not really feel like going that deep into it. So I just decided to create my own function that just uses this code. That way I would have to memorize the syntax and I could just reuse this lower function. Woohoo. Afterwards, I just got the name and description from the user with some epic questions. And then it was actually a pretty funny problem I ran into. I realized that earlier my constructor, it actually took in the completion as a parameter, but that makes no sense because each to-do should start uncompleted no matter what. It wouldn't make sense to create a to-do that was already completed, so I just removed it altogether. From there, I was able to basically use my constructor to pass in the name and the description and create a to-do. The next step was actually to then loop through the to-dos if the user wanted to display them all. Here, I decided to use the ternary operator just so I can make it say if it is or not completed. I tried to do that yesterday, but I think you can't do ternaries inline along with that, and it really screws up the compiler. So what I had to do was make it so if it is completed, it'll just say nothing. If it's not completed, it'll say not. That way we get this beautiful thing that says is, and then it will say is if it's not. It is completed and is not completed if it's not completed. Yeah, I probably wasted a bit too much time. I could have used an if statement. But hey, ternaries are cool, okay? But I actually ran into a really weird problem when doing. So I'm going to say I would like to add a task, okay? Now I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to say wash. Oh my god, I just realized what my error was. I don't know what happens if you type a space. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe if I don't give spaces, everything works correctly. Oh my god, I need to ask. How do I get user input for a string that has spaces? I just realized it was accepting as multiple inputs and I was getting so confused. Okay, so instead, I need to use std getLine. It never taught me that, but yeah, we're doing it. And to show you again what would have happened if I didn't put these space, if I didn't fix it up, it would be something like this. And then yeah, it would just totally bug out. Maybe I should even get line for my answer just to make sure this doesn't bug out too. Because what if the person answered shut up or something like that? Then it would have killed the program. Ironically, that would make it shut up. How am I still failing? Wait, let's try from this interface. Add wash the dishes. Okay, this is still failing. Yeah, this is tomorrow's me problem. I do not want to work on this. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Hope you subscribe. Like always, bye bye.